Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at some battles from my Go Battle Day here with some of my kind of classic teams. We got the Venusaur and Sableye going on, and we are going to be using Azumarill as well. Haunter with Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball is going to be pulling off some awesome wins here. And regular Venusaur, non-Shadow, I do not remember the last time that I used a regular Venusaur, and I'm going to have to say I think I like this one a little better. Plus, it is going to be ranked around 32 for the Great League, so it's pretty good. You know, it is taking hits, and it is so much nicer. I can't believe it. I mean, just Shadow Venusaur hits like a truck, but it really can't take a hit. So that was a little unfortunate. But with this regular one, I'm extremely happy with it. It is a beast. Now, we could use, I don't know, Trevenant instead of Haunter, but Haunter is just so much fun. It just hits so hard with Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball, and it's going to be winning CMP up against pretty much everything. We do have one battle with Alola Marowak, and I'm going to take it off. It is going to be included in other battles, but we'll just take a look at this first one here. And we're taking the win. Looking good. It was a long Go Battle Day, and oh boy, if you want to see the algorithm, just wait until the end. I compiled a little thing here. I mean, I could have put a longer one, I suppose, but you can just literally take a look at the battles that we're doing right here, see what we're encountering in the front, and see what we have in the back, see how the back Pokemon counters the front and or will get countered by the front. It's just that simple. It was crazy today, and I'm not sweating the points. When Ultra League and Master League come around, I will be putting in that work, but for now, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to do my battles. I'm going to try. But it's just like, come on, what can you do against it sometimes? It's insane. But with that said, we do have some good battles here from my opponents as well. A lot of battles that I did exclude from winning as also losing because we just, that's that's 4 hours of footage. Times 2 speed, it's still 2 hours of gameplay there. But anyways, bringing in the Marowak, I'm just so excited because I'm going to be cooking some of my spicy noodles with breadcrumbs later. Oh, it's going to be so good. All right. No air fryer tonight. We're doing some real stovetop cooking. All right. They're coming in with the Mew. They have no shields left. We're going to take it out with that Shadow Bone. We got the Galarian Stunfisk. Going to easily shield this up. And somebody asked why Fire Spin over Hex. Because it just gives you better coverage for what I'm looking for right now. Fire Spin is pretty good. I personally like that one. All right, next battle, what are we going to say? Like, also, if you go up against a Dark type, instead of building all the way up to, not too many people are going to be running Fire Blast, but it takes a minute to get there. So just in case, you're also going to have some neutral damage with that Fire Spin. So we're met with another Bastodon. Had a lot of those today, but that's okay. Good old trusty Venusaur is going to be able to take it on. Very spammy. And folks, if I sound a little tired, it's because I am. These Go Battle Days, they always land on a day where I'm just extremely busy, and there's no way I'm not going to be not completing all my battles. I think there was one time where I didn't, and then there was one day where I forgot to do my last set or the sets. I couldn't remember. It's crazy, but never miss a day. Always do all my battles. So Haunter's going down. We already know it's squishy. Unfortunately, we could have gotten off a bait Sludge Bomb, but yeah, it's not happening. In comes the Azumarill, and I will be switching it off for the shiny. I know, I got the shiny on the side here. I'm just going to be using this for like a couple of battles here. And then the Azumarill with the shiny form is going to have Play Rough and Ice Beam. Man, I am so zoned out. Okay, so we're going to let it go. I forgot how good Azumarill is. I mean, this thing is just disgusting. Such a tank. I don't have an XL one. I could make one. We do have the candies. We're going to be getting that last shield, swapping into our Venusaur and taking out that Shadow Machamp. In comes the Bastodon, and we're getting to the Frenzy Plant and taking the win, missing some bubbles, or just have our finger set there. I did encounter that issue where you're trying to hit the bubbles for your charge attack, and then all of a sudden it just stays put in one spot. It's like, come on, what's going on here? All right, so we had a horrible lead swapping into our Haunter, and they're going to be bringing in their Stunfisk, and we're going to go straight for Shadow Ball. Look at that damage. You got to love it. So I think... Is this the one where I double shield? Okay, I think I'm going to go for it. Oh, we're able to farm down. Look at that. Haunter is just a beast. Coming back in here with the Talonflame. Going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Do you see why I'm using this thing? Trevenant's good, but this is keeping you on your toes. Using Haunter, it's not going to be a comfortable situation a lot of times, right? But when you pull off things with it, it is very satisfying. So they got a Machamp back there swapping into our Venusaur. And I have to say, I already told you, but it can take hits, the regular one, compared to the Shadow. And my goodness, it is night and day. I don't think I really want to use my Shadow anymore. All right, so bringing back our Azumarill here. And we're going to go ahead and let this go through, no problem at all. It's going to be a power-up punch. All right, sounds good to me. And farming down. Fantastic. And we're going to go straight for the Ice Beam here. They got one shield left, but I do believe they're just going to let it go. Yeah. And then we're just going to go ahead and bubble down, and we take the win. Looking good. Haunter, do I recommend it? Nah. It's good, but yeah. Look out for Sableye, Trevenants. I do believe we'll see a Trevenant battle with it. And my goodness. You maybe want to go with Shadow Punch on your Haunter just to test the waters first. And once you get comfortable with knowing how much damage it can take, how much damage it gives, then go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball. Or you can just jump right in. Anyways, we're going to go Hydro Pump up against this thing because what else are we going to do? Ice Beam? I don't think so. And we're still using the regular one, huh? So I do believe this battle right here was the determining factor for me to say, you know what, I'm done using a Hydro Pump. Well, why am I doing this? I know why. It's in case we have to encounter a Bastodon or something like that. It's always in the back of your mind, or a Stunfisk or something like that. Bringing in Haunter. They're swapping into their Venusaur and sniping me out of here, but that's perfectly fine because, well, we still have 2 shields, but we're not in the clear yet. Bringing in a good old trusty Venusaur, going for the Sludge Bomb. And they're sitting still for just a split second. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a visual on my end. Going to shield up their Sludge Bomb and getting off a Frenzy Plant. Now I'm just thinking, please be enough to take them out. Come on, buddy. And it is. Looking good. We needed that right there. Still have a shield left. Venusaur, let's do something here. Got the Azumarill in the back and immediately swapped to catch, and there you go. That was our... Yeah, you know, we were not in a great spot, but now I think we might be able to pull it off. Maybe. We'll have to see. Shielding this up. This might be a close one here. They're swapping into their own Azumarill, and I'm thinking, yeah, we got this. No problem at all. But there's something in the back of my mind thinking, what if they have an Icicle Spear ready to go? All this is for nothing. But then again, it's not. But let's see what happens here. And they get to it. That Shadow Whaleren has 1 HP. I had to leave this battle in here. It was just too good. Good game. That was awesome. All right, moving on to my next opponent. What are we going to see here? In my Venusaur, I caught this one in a Great Ball, unfortunately. I wish it was a regular Pokeball or an Ultra Ball. Don't really like the Great Balls. I don't know why. Anyways, so we're going to go Frenzy Plant up against this Galarian Stunfisk here, and they're letting it go. Now, we can let Earthquake go as well. Look at that. Look at that. And they're swapping into a Medicham. Haunter time. Let's go. Now, this is where you would have great use with Shadow Punch. Yeah, I think I might just switch it off. But watch this. Power Up Punch, we call it. And I'm thinking, you know what? Let's let it go. Power Up Punch, we call it. We're farming down. That's not good for that. A loaded Haunter with 2 shields and that much health. Not good. Gonna go straight Shadow Ball here. And we're getting a shield. We could have went Sludge Bomb. Really? No, I don't think so. Let's see. We're gonna go Sludge Bomb now. And how much does that do? Still not enough. We immediately swap. They have their own Azumarill in the back, and then they realize, yeah, we're both just kind of wasting our time with that battle. And yeah, I was gonna inevitably win that one. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see? Leading with that Venusaur for most of the time until we do take a look at that algorithmic thing in the back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for Frenzy Plant up against an Umbreon here. This is a, you know, they have Psychic. It's not good, right? And technically we wanted to kind of get rid of it because of the Haunter. But then again, we also have Azumarill, so 2 Pokemon that are going to be able to go up against it. The Venusaur and then the Azumarill here. Now they go for Psychic. You know, I wonder... if they're laughing and they watch my video and they're like, yeah, why do people have Psychic on their Umbreon? It's kind of useless, I said. But I didn't really say useless. You're just going to kind of get walled up against a Dark type. But there you go. Taking my Venusaur out in a nice situation. Bringing in our Azumarill here. Taking him out. Fantastic. We still have both shields. Immediately swapping into our Haunter. And they have an Azumarill back there. Going for the Sludge Bomb. Now remember, if some people don't shield, they may think you're trying to bait, right? So if ever that happens in any of these battles, that's the reason why. They're not thinking, oh, you know, I'm just going to take a nuke move. Could be a Shadow Punch bait. So they're going for Ice Beam. We're going to go for another Sludge Bomb here. Pretty sure they're going to be shielding this up. Okay, never mind. Letting it go. So that's fantastic for us. But we are still taking a lot of damage from Frenzy Plant, and that would easily KO us. No problem at all. This is a Haunter we're talking about here. Going for a Sludge Bomb. And That's enough to take them out. They maybe thought we were going to bait. Who knows what was going to happen there? I guess I had just remember this battle being that. So there it was. So next one, we're met with the Deoxys, and we have to look out for Psycho Boost. That's not going to take us out. Encounter is not doing much damage at all. So we could technically take it, but then they could swap and, low health. So maybe shield up the first one. But what a lot of people like to do is build up all this energy, go for the Rock Slide or Thunderbolt, and then go for it after they got in your shield. But there's the Psycho Boost doing a lot of damage. What did we throw this Frenzy Plant into? I wasn't paying attention. Umbreon, okay. Swapping into our Azumarill, and there goes our nice shiny. Fantastic. Play Rough and Ice Beam. Personally, I do like Hydro Pump, but for this team, we're going to go ahead and use that Play Rough here. I do believe I overfarm like a fool for whatever reason. 2 bubbles worth? Like, what are you doing? 1, 2, yep. Or it looked like just 1. Anyways, going for the Play Rough, and we're going to have to get off 2 more bubbles to take him out. 1 and then 2. I think maybe even 1 more. Okay, now that one registered perfect. And they're bringing in their Azumarill. We're going to go ahead and go for our Play Rough. And now we're in a good position because we still do have Haunter and Venusaur. Venusaur doesn't have much health, but we're able to get off a Frenzy Plant, and that's a lot of help. Yes, it is. So they're getting a shield up. Sounds good to me. Still have Haunter. We have to remember they have a good amount of energy there. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Azumarill. We're letting all of this go. We just want them to use their energy here. That's it. And then we're going to go in with Haunter and then just sweep up. As long as you have a shield on Haunter, you're going to be looking pretty good. We have 2 shields as a matter of fact. So yeah, definitely looking good. Let's see if they shield this up or they just let it go because they know it's over. All right, good game. Maybe they thought we were going to bait. Who knows? But it's a win. Moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see? A Surfetched. All right, they're going to swap into a Hypno. That's technically a good sign because the Hypno's locked with Confusion. We can now swap into our Azumarill because we do have 2 Pokemon weak to Confusion on this team. Haunter absolutely does not want to see it. Although, before it does go down, it would put in a lot of damage. Getting to a charge move is not likely. It's probably going to be like a couple of Confusions. I mean, several. So we're just hanging in here. We're going to go ahead and shield this up because we do kind of need to win this matchup. Well, not necessarily need to, but it's going to be nice. And we still have a good amount of health. In comes the Surfetched, and we're going to be able to get to a Play Rough. This is perfect here. And we're not going to shield anything up. We do not want to use that last shield. As a matter of fact, we're swapping. Okay. We're going to let it go, and we're going to have... Oh, didn't KO. That's not good, but they're swapping into Skarmory. Okay, this is going to give us an opportunity here with Haunter. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have plenty of energy after this battle. Otherwise, we're done because they're going to go Night Slash and take us out with their Surfetched. So we're building up to nearly 100. I was probably around 90 something, whatever. All right, so we take them out. We get to the Sludge, and that's enough. It looks like we did have Shadow Ball as well, but I wasn't trying to get off that Shadow Ball. This is still enough because it hits like a truck, and Surfetched is still pretty squishy. All right, next battle, we're going to be met with Scrafty. This is also great for us here, and also horrible for the Haunter, but it is going to be going up against them, and this is just great. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Azumarill here and do our Azumarill thing. Ice Beam it up. Skarmory's so good. It's one of those things that's been around since the beginning. If you are one of the OGs from Boulder Cup, let me know down below. Or not. Maybe just hit the like button. Maybe just hit the like button if you just like this video. Or my channel. Or Pokemon in general, right? So yeah, that thing's... was that, Medicham, and several other Pokemon I don't really remember off the top of my head right now, but good old days back in the tournament days in person. As a matter of fact, it was at the place where I showed the pizza from last night in my video, Uncle Joe's Pizza. We used to have them there. Man, you know, kind of miss that. It's fun stuff. But anyways, what's going on here? I'm lost in the memories. Old times. Okay, so we have a Cofagrigus. Okay, this is exactly where I want this thing to be. Under Venusaur's Frenzy Plants. 2 in a row. Goodbye. That thing can be very annoying. In comes Scrafty again here. And gonna let it go. Surviving barely. Okay, they're getting a little bit more farm. In comes our Haunter. We still have a shield, and this is gonna KO Sludge Bomb. It's just so strong. Coming from Haunter, it's got massive attack. I mean, got a few plans for this thing, but gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing. Not gonna say too much on that. And a Azumarill. Okay, well that's just a fantastic lead. And the Ice Beams, like I said, you can take them no problem. but they're going to be swapping to catch. Was that a Skarmory? All right, sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Azumarill. I mean, Azumarill is like, it's like one of those Pokemon that counters a lot. It's not necessarily countering it, it just kind of wins because it's just tanky, right? It has Ice Beam, non-stab. Skarmory's not taking super effective, but it is part flying, so it is still doing a decent amount here. And as far as sneaking in quick moves, sometimes I pay attention, and you can to some degree, you know, control that. But it's like a little bit annoying because lag could be a factor. You know, you timed it perfectly, but it just didn't work. It just didn't happen when you tapped it because of the lag, you know. So there's just too many factors to actually consider that as something right now. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and farm them down. And very calm, right? Not going off on anything. Would have started ranting about something by now. Too tired for that right now. Anyways, going for a Sludge Bomb on the Azumarill here. And we're getting a shield and immediately swapping into our Venusaur. And we can take an Ice Beam. This is no problem at all. And there it is. It's still in the yellow. Now we're in the red after a couple of counters there. Gonna go for a Frenzy Plant on that. Medicham, no problem at all. And I'm just thinking, please don't counter me down. They don't. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Or Ice Punch. Can we do this? Okay, no, they're gonna get to another one. So I just need to get this off. And can we get to a Sludge Bomb on the Azumarill? Please tell me we can. Come on. Yes, we were able to. That's so awesome. Haunter helping us take the win again. Let's go. Athena's barking down there at something. Who knows what? Probably the neighbor dog or something. Next battle, we're met with Stunfisk. Okay, we'd love to see this battle. We could take the Earthquake. And the regular Venusaur's damage, it's still good. I mean, I wasn't not impressed. I mean, I've used it before. It's not like I haven't, but it's been a while. I've been using the Shadow, so I just kind of have that in my memory as to how much it does. But bringing this back with a good ranked one, it is performing amazing. So I do got my energy up a little bit more now. No, I was just a little tired at the beginning. I was like, man, I'm really making this video right now. It's really 40 minutes, and I really have to do laundry and cook after this and clean. Oh my gosh. But I had some mocha tea, so we're good to go. Okay. But it's not tea. It's like a mix. I think I keep calling it tea because it kind of feels like you're making tea when you make it. As a matter of fact, I haven't drinking coffee in about a week. And you know what's crazy? Since day one of taking this mocha stuff, it's just amazing. I haven't even craved coffee whatsoever. At all. At all. I look at the coffee pot, I'm like, I don't really miss it at all. This stuff is amazing. So I mix it up with almond milk. You don't boil the water. You just kind of like ever so slightly heat it up. It's warm. It'll kind of burn your tongue if you make it too warm. I'd like it like that. Put some honey in there and then stir it up. To kind of give you a stir thing, I went with the Tenzo brand, and that's pretty good. I got this little like machine mechanical like thing. You push a button and it stirs it up. So anyways, I'm just talking about this because quitting coffee, I'm sorry. See, now we got a topic. There we go. See, this is how it works. I'd go into commentary and then we'd start talking about things, and then one thing in my brain leads to another, and then we lead to this conversation, which you guys like to hear. We're here for 40 minutes. Let's talk about it. Well, you can take a look at these battles. What are the effects? Well, I just feel more alert. You would think, what do you mean? Like coffee makes you alert? Yeah, it makes you alert for a bit, and then drowsy, little, you know, you got the crash. I sleep better. That's crazy. I sleep better. I slept good already, but I'm just, I don't wake up at all unless something loud happens or something. But other than that, we're good to go. So anyways, sorry, we'll stop there. It's great. Not saying coffee isn't, because it actually does have many benefits. As a matter of fact, it's actually good for tons of stuff in moderations. But I just taken a break. I want to see what happens. So we're talking about that, and actually been doing a lot more cardio and stuff like that. Anyways, back into the battle. What in the world? I'm lost, boy. What are you talking? All right, so Haunter. Ooh, it looks like we got a spicy battle going on here. All kinds of swatchy swaps. All right. The old swaparoo. All right, so I think we want to shield this up, right? Yeah. Got the Venusaur in the back with no health. Let's go. In comes the Deoxys, gets Shadow Claw down. Let's go. All right, next battle. What are we going to see here? Got the Sableye jumping over Venusaur, protecting it from the Psychics. All right, we're met with a Bastiodon. Okay, all right. Then we got Haunter. Just can't help itself when it sees Azumarill. Just looks at it and it's like, it's just so yummy. Super effective. Gotta have a taste of that candy. It looks like candy. Chocolate bunny thing. Bubblegum. All right. What in the world? All right, so we're up against the Sableye, and I don't know if we want to bait. Gonna let that return go. Okay. You know what I want to do? It's not safe, but I want to catch a return on Haunter. Watch, it still does like half damage. Probably would. Probably would. But then you're stuck with that Shadow Claw up against the Dark Ghosts, and not good. All right, so it's going down. Okay, that's fine. I think that was the plan all along. Got a Frenzy Plant ready to go, building up a little bit more energy and going for that now. Taking him out. What's in the back? What are you going to have back there for my Venusaur? And it is going to be that Bastiodon. Okay, that's fine. Venusaur can handle it. Do believe we'll have to shield. We don't really want to leave it up to Haunter unless we get to this Frenzy Plant. Okay, well, never mind. Plans are changed. Let's get it. What do you have back there? I think we're going to want to immediately swap. It is going to be a Trevenant. There's that Trevenant battle I promised you. And we simply shield this up. I wasn't getting nervous, but I was just thinking, my gosh, that does so much damage. Haunter, you're too squishy. But you're not meta, so it's fun to use you. All right, let's go. Meta getting beat down by non-meta. You love to see it. Next battle, we're met with an Altaria. Horrible lead for us. We're going to swap into our Sableye, and they're bringing in Stunfisk. All right, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and just go for the foul plays here. And I think we may try to pull this battle off, even at the cost of 2 shields. We want that Azumarill to be lined up. But then again, if we play our cards right, or we align it correctly, we can get off some Sludge Bombs on Altaria, which do a lot to it. Do believe it just takes 2 Sludge Bombs, basically, plus a couple of those Vine Whips. So, yeah, that's something else to consider. Venusaur doesn't get completely walled by those flyers unless it is Skarmory. But then again, it is also going to be able to do a lot of damage with Frenzy Plant, because if they sit there and try to farm you down, you will be able to bring it down to about 30% health. They keep doing that. Anyways, bringing in the Stunfisk here. They're shieldless. Looks like I was trying to go for the full farm down. It doesn't really matter because we know we can survive. It's so nice surviving that. All right, I'm sure they're going to come in here with Altaria, and we're going to immediately swap into our Azumarill. It was a blind swap. We could have got off Frenzy Plant, sure, but yeah. But anyways, let's just see what happens here. I'm going to go for the play rough. They're hitting us with an Earthquake, no problem at all. So I think what we want to do, what we need to do, is eventually shield up this Azumarill. Actually, I don't even think we have to. How does this work again? I forgot. Okay, so we take him out. All right, yeah. So we shield up this charge move. Then we hit an Ice Beam, swap into Venusaur, hit him with Sludge Bomb, GG's. I was very tempted to go Frenzy Plant, but I didn't want to flex like that. That's enough. Yeah, we could have, Frenzy Plant would have easily taken him out, but oh, we don't even get the opportunity to take him out, so never mind. All right, so taking him out with our mind. Let's get it. Next battle, what are we going to see here? Leading that Venusaur the entire time, huh? A Stunfisk. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Nothing on the team particularly is really fearing it. I mean, Azumarill's got Ice Beam, which is still doing a lot of damage. Sableye is just doing neutral damage all around the board, but yeah, so I guess Venusaur has the best matchup here. So they're going Rock Slide, letting it go, no problem at all. We can't survive another Rock Slide that's not Earthquake, so we're going to let it go, no problem. Got to be careful for that swap and catch, but they're staying here. We're going to go ahead and go Frenzy. And they're letting it go. So nobody's used a shield. Very interesting. Coming in with Mandibuzz. That's perfect. Getting to a Sludge Bomb. Let's see how much this does from a non-shadow to a Mandibuzz. Thick tank bird. That's a lot of damage. Look at that. See, this is Venusaur power. Let's go. One of the greats. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Azumarill, of course. They swap into a Jellicent. We swap into our Sableye. And let's go. The race is on. It's been rock, paper, scissors, right? I know. All right. Let's just see how they play around this here. They're going straight Shadow Ball, and we shielded up. Good call. Yes, we're dark, but it still does a lot because of the ghost typing as well on us. They're shielding that up. Going for another one here. I think we just need to win this matchup, basically. Just make sure this Sableye stays alive. So we shield it up, and I think they're going to swap here. If I remember correctly. I said that. If I remember it correctly. This is some, like, 90s cartoon. DuckTales. All right. All right, so we got the Azumarill out here. Yeah, no shields on either end. We don't got to worry about anything. You already know what it is. Just go for the play rough and take them out. And then they back out. We take the win. Looking good. Let's keep it moving here with this amazing team. This is all classic. I was just having fun today. Yeah. We're met with an Altaria again. That's not good. Swapping it to Sableye. We don't want to go right into that Azumarill. And building up to the return here. I think we do shield this up. It could be a Moonblast. We don't really want to take that exactly. And they swap into their own Sableye. If they caught the return, that would have been pretty nice, but we're going for the foul play. So good, good, good. And they're letting it go. We're going to go ahead and go for another one here. And we're getting a shield out of them. Do believe we will be shielding this up and we want to win this matchup, I think. Yep. I just said the heck with it. Let's go ahead and do it. Having fun. See if we can pull this around here. And we're getting that shield out of them too. That's great. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Venusaur. Now, the reason why I do this is because we were talking about it earlier. Watch what happens up against Altaria here. So we're able to farm up. Looking good. They can't just simply Dragon Breath this down with ease because we're not Shadow anymore. Going for a Sludge Bomb. How much does it do? Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage there. And getting to another one. Are you kidding me? Let's get it. Look like we're just on the cusp of it. And we're taking out the Altaria with a Venusaur. Let's go. Shields are down. Gonna go ahead and bring in our Azumarill. This is where I need the Hydro Pump, but gotta do what you gotta do. We're gonna just go with the Ice Beam, obviously. I think I do a catch on this one. No, I don't do a catch. The Sableye does put in work, though, still. It's not over for it. You're looking at its health like, what do you mean? It's got no health. Yeah, I know, but watch. So we get off the Earthquake, swap into the Sableye, and then we get to the foul play. We take the win. Little old Sableye putting in that work. Let's go. Love this thing with return. Do have a shiny with typical moves, doesn't have return on it. Next battle, what are we going to see? A Talonflame. Absolutely horrible lead with Venusaur. And now that's a different situation. They're swapping into a Shadow Victory Bell. Now Venusaur still can take on Talonflame. Again, it just needs to get off Sludge Bombs, but it's a different situation because Incinerate is a hard-hitting move up against the grass type, right? So we're taking out the Victory Bell. They used a shield. We still have two. This is looking good. Going in here with the Azumarill, of course. Of course. And assuming they're going to go for Brave Bird here. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up. And it is a Brave Bird, as a matter of fact. Getting to the Ice Beam, which will easily KO because, well, they've lowered their stats. They're shielding it up. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, they really don't want this to get past. I'm just going to go ahead and let it go, though, because I know it's not going to KO. We immediately swap it. It's going to be a Jellicent. And it will still get KO'd in one shot, I do believe, when it's not Shadow. Yeah, Frenzy Plant to the Jellicent's face, and we will be Frenzy Planting this thing as well. I shielded up just because. Let's go, Venusaur. All right. And, yeah, I know it's low health, but it doesn't matter. It's still satisfying. Taking it out with a Frenzy Plant. A Flying Fire type. Let's get it. All right, what are we going to see for the next battle here? And Toxicroak. Okay, no 3, 2, 1. Just go. All right, just forget it. Just go. You know what's really fun? It's so fun. I love it. Kind of my fault. I should restart the app. I should know better by now. But when you start a game, and then all of a sudden your opponent just has, like, you saw what they had, but they've already swapped and have gotten in at least, like, I don't know, like 3 quick moves. It's like, oh, yeah, cool. I guess I'll swap now and counter that and be behind on energy. Love this game. So they're in here with a Deadenin and taking us out. Okay. Venusaur is going to have a fun time up against that. It resists everything it does have. Well, I would assume they have, was that Play Rough and Discharge, right? I have one made. I just haven't used it yet. I don't know why. It's a cute little thing and it has an interesting typing as well as moves. Pretty good. We're shielding that up because I was a fool. I screwed up. Yep. I know. I screwed up there. I should have taken him out. Got greedy. Alright, so we had to waste a shield, unfortunately, but we're still looking okay. In comes Toxicroak. That's a good sign. Something back there doesn't want to see it. Oh yeah, shielding it up, we immediately swap. Did they hit us with a Dynamic Punch earlier? I couldn't remember. Was this the battle? I wasn't paying attention. Alright, talking about that other thing. Alright, so we're up against a Galarian Stunfisk. Yep, they didn't want to see the Venusaur, and we're going to let this go. Earthquake, no problem. Wait until Shadow Azumarill. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Will they ever release that? Because it is, I guess they could. I guess they could have, but that'd be ridiculous. It's already tanky. The more damage, please do not. Do they have plans to release every Pokemon as a Shadow? With the new ones that they have here, well, We got the Johto starters. We already went over those. Pretty good. Let's talk about that for a minute. We already did, but I'm excited for a Typhlosion. We were talking about that Shadow back in the day, and geez Louise, are you kidding? It's going to be good up against raids too, by the way. So, I mean, it's going to be nasty. That damage is going to be ridiculous. So, I'm pretty hyped. Also, Shadow Bagon's back. It's back. You can get it from the Rocket Leaders, so it is the strongest Dragon-type attacker. It's got very low DPS times TDO. It drops quick, that's for sure. But this is something you can have multiple of. Level 40, putting in that work. And if you're some sort of crazy grinder, I don't see how it's possible quite yet, but having multiple level 50 Shadow Salamanders. I mean, I guess some people out there, I don't know, who knows. But definitely here, Shadow Salamand's pretty good. So I'm definitely going to see if I can get a better IV1 and maybe even another shiny Shadow. I already have mine powered up. It's not quite level 50, almost there. Just haven't worked on it, that's all. So we have a mirror matchup against another Azumarill. No more shields on their end, and shields on my end. Alright, love to see it. Play rough in me. Playing rough over there. Going for another one. Azumarill, man. This thing is... it's funny. It's a funny Pokemon. It's cute. It's just very tough in this game. I don't really remember it being usable too much in the main series games, to be honest. I think it had play. It had like belly drum and things like that. Some Pokemon I just really kind of blurred out as to if they were really good or not, or they had play. A lot of... Alright, you want to know the secret to how I got good? Look, here, let's talk about it. This is actually pretty interesting. I think I've talked about it a few times, but it's lost in my 4,000 videos, who knows what. You can take a look at this. Like we were discussing, Venusaur just taking out flyers with Sludge Bomb. Oh, look at that. Alright, so how I started becoming pretty good at the main series games back in the day. I mean, if you don't keep up, you get rusty and people just get advanced on you and things change within the games. Little things happen, you know. So back in the day, I'm not talking about come at me now. Actually, technically, maybe with my new, or not new, my old team. But so here it is. I was living in the ghetto, and I had my little clear wire. That was it. That was it. I had my cheapo phone. This is like before smartphones were really, really good. It's not so long ago. I mean, this is like Halo Reach days. Okay, there's your timeline. Halo Reach was out, and I was big into that. So it was about then. My brother gave me a game that had, I don't know, 200 some DS games. It's crazy. And Pokemon Black and White was on there. I was like, play that. So I was playing that because I was already into Pokemon. I was in the main series games. It's competitive. It's just been a while, and I had some downtime looking for a job and stuff. So got into that big time. Made all these competitive Pokemon, really grinded it out, and started playing online. But the times of day I was playing, very late at night, and I was being paired up with people in Japan. And you know what? They're extremely good, okay? They're very good. And I got a lot of my strategies from them. So if you're trying to get good, play people from Japan. I'm telling you what. I'm not saying that people anywhere else aren't good. That's not the case. It's really not. But there was something about battling them that they just had this extra spice. I was just like, when I first got on there, you know, I held my own. I battled. And, I got smacked up quite a bit though. But I learned a lot from them. I was like, what the? Really? That is a good idea. Okay. Oh, yeah. So started absorbing all this information, and then, bam, went to the tournaments and just put the smack down. Okay. All right, up against Talonflame here. It was all swapperoo. We're all lockarooed up. Just ignore the random weird words, okay? Sometimes I'm weird like that. So we're going to get a shield out of them with the Ice Beam. Okay, that's good. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. They got me. All right, it's one of these Talonflames. Got it. The next one's going to be Flame Charge. You know what I'm going to do? Shield it up. You know what's going to be after that? Brave Bird. You know what I'm going to do? Let it go. All right, never mind. Straight Brave Bird me. So they're down, no shields. I think that's why I wanted to do that. They swap into a Ninetales immediately. We bring in our Venusaur, and let's have a little fun here. I think Venusaur is actually going to be able to... I think that Jillison's here too, right? Nope, this Venusaur is going to sweep the team. I don't know why I was spinning. What did you see my... I got excited, that's why. I was like, oh my gosh, Venusaur is going to sweep up. So I forgot where the where the leaf bubbles were. All right, so we're going for another one. Great. And there's your Venusaur sweeping up. Okay, folks, are you ready? We're going to go ahead and take a look at the little back to back to back to back. At the point where I just said, you know, I'm done. I don't even care. I just backed out. So you can see. So take a look at the corner. We had a dark type Drapion and we have an Alola Marowak in the back. That's how it's going to work. It's either going to be weak or super effective to it in the front for whatever you have in the back. So we're going to go ahead and swap it out. And it also will correlate with what you have in the front. It's just amazing. And I'm not talking every time. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. And like I said, if you don't like it, go ahead and back and look at all those battles and see. So we have a Jellicent when we put the Venusaur in the back. What do you know? It's just magic that we got a water type up at the front. What do you know? We're going to go ahead and back out and just try this again. And yes, I was doing this. Why? Because why not? Getting to Legend for me is awesome. That's so cool. Anybody who does it, congrats. That's awesome. But right now, I'm living life. Legend doesn't mean really much. All right, anyway, see the last bit here. What do you take a guess? What are we going to see in the back now? Now that we have a Azumarill back there, Fairy. Oh, a dark type. Thanks for watching and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!